Alright, good morning all you fancy motherfuckers. So today I'm getting off to a really late start of my day. I had to do some chores first. So I was doing some yard work. It's long overdue, so I was taking care of that in the morning. But I'm going to be working late on this car because I have got to get it ready. Also washed the bends. That's actually looking real good. Paint correction coming soon on this car because it does need a lot of paint correction. But I think today we are going to install the diffuser. There's still little tedious wiring things that I have to do. A couple of connectors I have to extend the wires. But I want to take a break on that because it's gonna frustrate me because it's very tight quarters, so it's gonna be very difficult to do that. A lot of it has been buttoned up already. I will show you what I finished last night. I was working till almost midnight, it's like midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning or something. I was wiring a bunch of stuff up, routing stuff, getting things ready. Alright, let me show you guys what I did. I routed everything last night. It could be done a little bit better. The problem is this is extremely long, so to get this tucked up high, I had to drip down, which kind of forced all this stuff, but I can always zip tie all this shit together right here and kind of clean it up a little bit more. Got that plugged in. I have to plug all this stuff in. These three are from my fuel pumps. This is my constant for my fuel pumps. These are my signals to my relays, and I'm unsure what this wire goes to. I'll have to trace it to the back. It goes to the back of the car. But we got all that buttoned up, and it's actually sitting a little bit hard. You can see the two spots where it was before, those two. I was able to get it to tuck up higher, so now people's feet, when it's there, they're not even gonna be hitting that. I still would like to put a plate over at least the bottom and the relays, the 3 relays out of there. So I actually got that stuff squared away. Find out those 3 relays replace the actual bigger block relay, which is that right there, which all this stuff is for sale. So that was actually nice to clean everything up a little bit better. But that is not what this video is about. Title of the video pretty much told you guys what this video is mainly going to be about. I don't know if it's going to be a full-on late night install, or if I'm going to just do this kind of today, button everything up at night and then continue it tomorrow, which is probably going to be looking like that because I gotta grab brackets. This is going to be very difficult by myself. I'm going to have to get some good tape. But enough talking from me. Let's get this car jacked up and I'll start taping up the diffuser in place of where I want it. Okay, so next thing I want to do, so the diffuser's over here. Next thing I need to do is I need to tape the diffuser up somehow. I have no idea. Wow, I don't even know where to start. I have no clue where to even begin on this. I guess I should find mounting points first. Alright, so it's been actually a long time since I picked up the camera, probably about 2 or 3 hours. I stopped, I was getting frustrated, I stopped. And I went to get food as well, so I was just kind of chilling, just trying to get my mind straight, because this thing is actually frustrating when you're by yourself and you don't have any way of mounting it before you can actually mount it. I'll explain. So the problem is I can't actually just put this up and mount it up. I can't even tape it, I can't do anything. So I literally have to hold it and make all my marks with just me holding it. The other problem is kind of how deep it's going to be, like how far away it's going to sit, this part right here, away from the bottom of the bumper. I don't want it too far out because then it's going to look stupid and goofy. but I don't want it too far in, because if it is, then it starts hitting the exhaust. I'm going to put two mounts one right there, and there's another, there's like 4 holes. I'm gonna put one right there as soon as my camera focuses. So right here, and another one right here. That'll allow me to kind of just come straight down and blast a hole here, blast a hole on the other side, and that'll actually hold it up. Thing is I need to find a way to mount it here as well on both sides, because then it's just going to start sagging. So I had to stop because I didn't have hardware and brackets and all this other stuff. So we are going to go head out to Lowe's real quick, go pick up some stuff, and hopefully install this diffuser today, or at least get it mocked up. I'm not installing this on the car. Let's get to bending. Okay, so a quick little update. I have a kind of a template made. This is in one of the brackets I made, and it actually is cut to actually a perfect length for the actual diffuser. Problem is I bought more of this, but as you can see if I can get it, see how all this right in here, that's all the metal actually breaking and tearing down. So I went to Lowe's again, returned the other 2 pieces, and I picked up steel. Steel's gonna bend a little bit more. It's a little bit heavier, but at least I know it's gonna be a little bit sturdier. When I actually bend it, it'll bend way better. I'm also trying to get as much footage as I possibly can. A lot of it's just gonna be cutting, fitting, cutting, fitting, cutting, fitting. It's just gonna be just redundant process, so I don't know how much I'm going to be filming. I may just update you guys along the way. Okay, another quick little update. So both these brackets work fine. It should line up pretty good. I have all the tape out. I have the kind of the center section for the diffuser. Hopefully it is the actual center. Once I get it hung, I can actually tape it up, and I can go from there as far as making other brackets and shit like that. Okay, so I got the holes marked. That was a lot harder than it looks, because every time I switched hands to go do it, my knee would drop and then it would kind of offset it again. So I had to keep making holes and more holes while marking it. I'm kind of just winging it with this shit. The car has to go to the body shop anyway, so if anything, I'll just have them fix it. Okay, so just a general idea. Right now, just mocked up, obviously. All this is going to be coming up a lot more. This has to be just slightly adjusted, but these things, I mean, you can literally just move them over and bend them so they conform, because you can see it's kind of uneven. This has to move slightly over about a ½ an inch or so, but overall it's mocked up. I can start now actually making other brackets for it. So like I said, this is going to be tucked up. I'm probably gonna have to notch that out because this has to go up. It's like all the way up. I'm not gonna film every single bracket that I'm gonna cut. It's gonna be boring. I will just update you guys along the way, and as I progress further with it, I'll actually update everything that's going on. But for now, I'm just gonna start cutting brackets and making stuff and figuring out where I'm gonna mount everything.
2 hours later.
Okay, let me show you guys a quick little update. It's been a couple hours, like 2 or 3 hours since I picked up the camera. Just kind of going back and forth drilling holes. Unfortunately, in the center section, there's more holes than I want. I guess just the way it goes right now with as far as with me, because I'm doing it by myself. But let me show you. First, all these brackets will be painted black. So any brackets you see, that's all going to be black. Unfortunately, really the only way you can mount it. Okay, so let me update you guys. So it is fully mounted. Got to touch up some areas down by the exhaust. Zoom in real quick. See, it's touching right there, right over here. So I'll have to adjust that. Nothing, just get my Dremel, just kind of Dremel that section out real quick. I apologize that I haven't really been filming it. Once it's all done, I will go over exactly how I did it. You guys may do it a little bit differently, but this is just kind of like a base for anyone that wants to do this by themselves with no help, because it was actually very difficult to do so. I just have to mount these real quick, the little end pieces, put my tire back on, well, wheel and tire back on, and then I'll drop the car down and we'll get a little taste, a little peek of it. Oh my god, this looks so good. Could have been done a little bit better, probably. Could have probably been pushed a little bit further out. Maybe I'll make the body shop do that. But let me show you guys real quick what this 6-hour project looks like. Oh man, it looks so fucking good. As you can see. So as you can see, that's the biggest issue. The camera's not picking it up, but there's like a huge gap, so I can probably try and maybe tighten that up. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to cut that bracket. I'm going to raise that way up so it'll kind of flare upwards. And I'll probably do the same thing with this. Bring them upwards a little bit higher. That way it's not sit so low. I can also probably bring these two up slightly higher. I kind of like it without the center diverters. Other people that I know, they're sitting a little bit higher. I don't know what they did, but I think this works for me for now. Like I said, this is my first time doing something like this, so I'm not entirely, you know, like a professional at it. It's a learning thing for me. Worst comes to worst, the body shop will probably tighten it up and make it look a little bit better than I did. I do love these. These do set off the side a lot better. See, these are the longer ones, like I mentioned in another video. So the shorter ones kind of stop like right over here. These are a little bit longer, which is nice because it flares further back. You can see it's a little wobbly, but overall it's not bad. I moved it in a little bit more. It was sticking out a little bit further. I moved it, tightened it up a little bit more, but it looks really fucking good. I just want to go over real quick on how I did it. Again, I have the bracket there. There's a bracket way in the back, bracket there, bracket right there, which this bracket had to be bent inward, that bracket had to be bent outward. And then I have a bracket there that goes up to this plastic panel. There's something over here, is like a plastic panel. Granted, this isn't 100%. This side is probably going to come up a little bit more. I'm probably going to shorten that bracket so this comes up a little bit more. I'm going to try to see if I can loosen the 3 center ones and just move this over a little, just slightly, because this pokes out further than that one. Just adjustments overall. It's very difficult when you're one person and you have to hold it, mount it, look at it. So, but overall, I'm loving the look of it. It's complementing the rear. Don't mind the brackets being silver. I will be painting those black to match and kind of blend in with everything else. I will be making minor adjustments here and there to kind of get it set where I need it. If anything, I will let the body shop go through it and let them kind of have their little touch on it, because they'll probably be able to do a lot better. They probably have way better ways to make it work. I also changed because it's late, I'm starving, I need to go get some food. So with that, I hope you guys enjoyed this little install, even though I didn't really film too much. It was very difficult to have the camera and mount in, and I was getting frustrated, so you probably would have heard a lot of curse words. You guys already know what to do. Like, subscribe, follow the Instagram, all that good stuff. Leave me a comment down below on anything random, whatever fucking cereal I like. And as always, with that, I will see you guys on the next one.
Too many thoughts in my mind, I can't sleep at night, so I just keep writing. I don't need no help, I don't need opinions, so don't waste my time now.